हेलो दोस्तों, मैं हूं स्मिता कुमार और आप देख रहे हैं आपका फेवरेट हेल्थ केयर चैनल मेडी सर्कल। मेडी सर्कल में हम आज थायराइड की बीमारी के बारे में बात करने वाले हैं। थायराइड काफ़ी कॉमनली प्रेवलेंट माना देखा जा रहा है। इंडिया में बहुत सारे लोग थायराइड के शिकार हो रहे हैं। करीब 10 में से एक इंडियन एडल्ट हाइपोथायराइडिज्म का शिकार होता है। आईटीएस के अनुसार यानी इंडियन थायराइड सोसाइटी के अनुसार थायराइड के केसेस काफ़ी बढ़ रहे हैं, क्योंकि अब लोग काफ़ी जागरूक हो गए हैं। वो डॉक्टर्स के पास जा रहे हैं, अपना टेस्ट करवा रहे हैं। विमेन में यानी महिलाओं में करीब 18 से 35 वर्ष की उम्र की महिलाओं में थायराइड के प्रॉब्लम ज़्यादा देखे जा रहे हैं। थायराइड जो कि एक छोटे से गोइटर जिसके इलाज की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है से लेकर कैंसर जैसी जानलेवा बीमारी का भी कारण हो सकता है। इसलिए थायराइड के को का पता लगाना, उससे रिलेटेड सिम्टम्स के बारे में जाना हमारे लिए बहुत ज़रूरी हो जाता है। थायराइड हार्मोन का जो एबनॉर्मल प्रोडक्शन होता है हमारे शरीर में, वो थायराइड के एक कॉमन प्रॉब्लम्स में से एक है, जिसे हम हाइपोथायराइडिज्म के भी नाम से जानते हैं। थायराइड हमारे शरीर के मेटाबॉलिज्म प्रोसेस को कंट्रोल करता है। मेटाबॉलिज्म हमारे बॉडी का जो टेम्परेचर है, हमारी जो हार्ट बीट है, और साथ ही साथ कैलोरीज को बर्न करने के प्रोसेस के लिए काफ़ी हद तक जिम्मेदार होता है। मेटाबॉलिज्म इफेक्ट होने की वजह से कई बार लोग मोटापे के शिकार हो जाते हैं। दोस्तों, जैसा कि हम जानते हैं, मोटापा कई खतरनाक बीमारियों को सीधा आमंत्रण देता है, इनविटेशन देता है। कई सारे लोग ऐसे हैं जो वजन कम करने के लिए डाइटिंग भी कर रहे होते हैं, एक्सरसाइज भी कर रहे होते हैं, लेकिन फिर भी उनका वजन कम नहीं हो पाता। कई हद तक ये थायराइड या उससे रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम्स के कारण हो सकते हैं। मेरी सर्कल में हम आपके पास लाते हैं राइट हेल्थ केयर इन्फॉर्मेशन, एक्सपीरियंस डॉक्टर्स और एक्सपर्ट्स की जुबानी। तो चलिए उनसे ही जानते हैं कि हाइपोथायराइडिज्म क्या है, शरीर में थायराइड के होने वाले प्रॉब्लम्स के सिम्टम्स क्या है, और किस तरह से हम थायराइड और उससे रिलेटेड बीमारियों से बच सकते हैं।
Thyroid diseases are common globally. India too carries a notable load of it. There have been a number of surveys in the last decade which have indicated towards the explosive rise of disorders related to it in India. MediCircle is conducting a thyroid awareness series on the occasion of Thyroid Awareness Month with the purpose of increasing public knowledge about the importance of timely diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of this medical condition by speaking to the specialists in this area. Hi, this is Sana Khan, and today in this initiative, we're going to speak to Dr. Rakesh Prasad. Dr. Rakesh is a head senior consultant who specializes in diabetology and endocrinology with close to 2 decades of experience in this field. He has extensive expertise in diabetes, thyroid, and hormones. Dr. Rakesh has presented 8 papers in reputed national and international journals. He is a national and international faculty in different scientific forums. He regularly writes on health topics too. Please welcome Dr. Rakesh. Hello, Dr. Rakesh. How are you?
Thank you, Sana, for such a nice introduction. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure, sir. Okay, so to begin with, doctor, what causes thyroid disorder?
Well, thyroid disorders are composite of disorders wherein the thyroid function is affected. It can be increased or decreased. They are primarily can be because of iodine deficiency in certain parts of our country or certain parts of this globe, or they can be autoimmune related disorders wherein there will be a gain of function or loss of function of the receptors. So in short, thyroid disorders are composite of vast variety of disorders where there can be increase in function of thyroid gland or decrease in function of thyroid gland. There are certain aspects of thyroid disorders which relate to medical oncology, such as thyroid cancers, but that's altogether a different field. Today's talk would primarily, since it is designed to focus on public awareness, and I'll be talking about the common disorders, that is either the hypothyroidism, that is loss of function of thyroid gland, or hyperthyroidism, which is gain in function of thyroid gland.
Correct. Okay. So, Dr. Rakesh, does diet have any implication on the thyroid?
Well, diet has a lot of importance when we talk of thyroid disorders. The commonest thyroid dysfunction, which is dietary related, is iodine deficiency syndrome, which leads to appearance of goiter, loss of function of thyroid gland, reduced production of thyroid hormones, and the complications thereof. There are certain other diets which while patient is on thyroid treatment
Ji.
do affect the thyroid function or thyroid medication requirement, such as consumption of cabbage, consumption of soya and soya products, which contain excess amount of uh, chemical called as thiocyanates, which inhibit the thyroid function. So diet, in short, will affect thyroid in multiple ways,
Okay.
right from requirement of thyroid hormone if the patient is on treatment, to appearance of goiter and iodine deficiency disorders, which is very common in certain Himalayan belt, river belt areas in our country also.
So, doctor, how prevalent is thyroid-related ailments in our society?
When we talk of prevalence, it varies from region to region.
Okay.
But if we talk of prevalence in the and say this part of the globe, it is for different disorders is different. Say for hypothyroidism, then you have loss of function of thyroid gland. The prevalence can be as high as say 9 to 12%
Okay.
in the general society. But when we talk of gain in function of thyroid gland, the prevalence may be ranging from 2 to 4% in the general society. And when we talk of the thyroid related cancer and other aspects of it, so the prevalence is around 1 to 2 odd percent. So if we look at the prevalence of thyroid disorders, the commonest disorder we come across is hypothyroidism
Okay.
or subclinical hypothyroidism. Subclinical hypothyroidism is a state where you don't have, say, florid manifestation of thyroid. What you have is a mild uh, disorder which is reflected biochemically with normal T3 and T4 and a slightly raised TSH. So if we include that category of subclinical hypothyroidism and hypothyroidism together and we club this, the overall prevalence of hypothyroidism is little higher as compared to other thyroid disorders, which ranges between 9 to 12%.
Okay. And what about this prevalence in, is it gender-based or
Okay.
ज़्यादा
Yeah.
ladies और ज़्यादा men में ऐसा कुछ?
The, the prevalence is higher in females as compared to males, whether we talk of subclinical hypothyroidism
Okay.
or we talk of hypothyroidism or we talk of hyperthyroidism.
जी.
So overall prevalence is higher in females as compared to males.
Okay. Doctor, are people with thyroid disorder at more risk of acquiring COVID-19? Because this question arises because अभी जो situation चल रहा है, it is more trending these days कि क्या किसको क्या बीमारी है और क्या हो सकता है, क्या possibilities है. So we would like our viewers to know about it कि how thyroid and COVID-19 can be related.
Okay. That's a very pertinent question in the present pandemic era wherein everybody is affected by this unwarranted disease that is a viral infection which we call as SARS-CoV-2. This, yes, does impact thyroid. The commonest disorder which we come across in this pandemic pertinent to thyroid is subacute thyroiditis.
Okay.
Subacute thyroiditis is a condition wherein the virus affects the thyroid gland and leads to sudden liberation of stored thyroid hormone into the blood and manifests clinically as a state of thyrotoxicosis. This is one of the commonest presentation. Other common presentation is usually non-thyroid illness syndromes, which we call as, which are documented only while investigating the patient in form of biochemical investigation of T3, T4, TSH, but they eventually recover over a period of time. As regards this, the thyroid toxicosis secondary to subacute thyroiditis, which happens in this COVID infection, does take time, but it should eventually recovers over a period of 12 to 18 odd months. Though the data we have is for just say 9 odd months, since the exposure of this virus has been for 9 odd months or maybe 12 odd months.
Right.
So not much of literature is available, though whatever literature I have reviewed, it says that the subacute thyroiditis and non-thyroid illness are the common presentations in this pandemic as regards to thyroid illness is concerned.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rakesh, for coming to our show and sharing your valuable time and your knowledge, significant knowledge that I am sure the viewers will be really glad to know about all the information that you've imparted today. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you, Sana. Thank you very much.